Yep, my videos are for entertainment purposes. I'm no doctor and I'm no scientist, Basically, it's just for your entertainment, and these are wisdom that I've gathered throughout my experiences through life. So, I realized someone commented on my video that I posted yesterday that I needed to do a video for the women, and I feel like it's true because majority of the times I dedicate my video to men on the channel concerning sexual energy and how it works and health and vitality and magnetism. So I want to definitely make this video with a lot of information for the women as well, so they can understand themselves from, well, I wouldn't say understand. I'm a man, so not everything I say about a woman will be 100% accurate. I can only give from my own experiences the wisdom that I've gathered. So women, don't feel offended. If something I say doesn't spot on or it doesn't connect, that's okay. I'm not saying I know the whole complete thing. I'm just sharing my wisdom. So don't go bashing me, because obviously I don't have a vagina, so I can only speak from my own experiences dealing with vagina or dealing with women, you know. But I definitely feel like there's great wisdom in what I have to say. So if you are in tuned to this video, consider yourself to be lucky, because not many platform, talk deeply about, female sex. Basically, not many platform talk about sex and in a proper way, in a proper setting where, there's no, there's no hold back. You just go straight, full out, just be honest, and just keep it pure and share, divine wisdom. Most people just give you the basic general knowledge about human sexuality or whatever. They don't give you anything that deep, or anything that's substantial. So I'm gonna take it deep this morning because I do have the time, and it's good to make the videos in the morning rather than making them late. You know what I mean? And I haven't been making, well, I have made a lot of videos, but I haven't uploaded them. For there are reasons why I haven't. But anyway, let's go. Let's get it. Yeah, it's always beautiful to share my wisdom. It's something I'm very passionate about. And I like the fact that my channel doesn't have like too much people, because I'm not doing this for likes or whatever. I'm just doing it for people who are in alignment to the wisdom I have to share. When you are ready, the knowledge will find you. So it's not something that's gonna be like this mainstream everywhere. When you are ready, what you need will find you. And that's just it. And my level of knowledge, trust me, it's not everybody thing. It's for people who are real sage. People who have mystical eyes, people who can really see beyond the physical veil of reality, people who want deeper meaning out of life, people who want to understand life on a metaphysical level, people who want real truth and stand and solid solid ground. So it's not for just a bunch of likes and all that kind of egotistical crap. I really don't even care if my video get a like, to be honest. But what matters to me is if the information touches people's soul and reach the people that are in alignment with what I have to share. Now, let's get straight into it without too much talking about all that crap, yeah? Now, I want to start off with, sharing my wisdom about and my experiences, wisdom gathered through my experiences dealing with the feminine, dealing with the my beautiful women, beautiful women, which I consider to be Mother Earth, because women are the embodiment of Earth and men are the embodiment of the sun. That's why when you have a boy, you call him a SON, which is literally a representation of the SUN. That's why he carried the seed, the sperm, the seed. He has that spark, and then the daughters are Earth, Mother Earth, because they are receptive to the spark and they multiply that spark and give back in abundance, give a lot of beautiful thing with that spark received through the sun, received through men. So when a woman understands that you have a lot of people a lot of women out there saying that they are the moon goddess. Man, shut up. You don't understand. You are earth. And we are the suns. That's how it works. The moon is not even, the moon is something else, man. The moon doesn't even have a light of its own. It absorbs the sunlight, manipulate it, and then I don't even want to get into that stuff. So let's keep it jiggy. Anyway, so women, you embody the earth. You literally embody the earth. Study the earth and you know yourself. You know who you are. You are very magnetic by nature. Literally very magnetic by nature. When you are living in alignment with yourself, you are so magnetic. You don't even have to move a muscle, and you pull the energy that you need into you naturally. That's how it works. You literally don't have to move a muscle to pull the things that you desire into you, because you are magnetic by nature. You embody the negative pole, and males embody the positive pole. That's, if you look at a battery, give me a sec. I want to keep it real, I want to keep it real because there are a lot of fakes out there, See this battery here? This battery here, it has a positive pole and it has a negative pole. The negative pole is the women, is the feminine, and the positive pole is the masculine. You cannot have electricity if you don't have the positive and the negative pole working together. That's how it creates electricity. That's how it creates life. You know what I mean? So the women is the negative pole, the magnetic side to things, and the man is the positive pole. The electric side to things, and put it together, you create electromagnetism. Orgasmic energy, argon energy. You gotta understand that. So, as a woman, when you embody your feminine energy fully, like when you embody that and you embrace it and you feel comfortable and at peace with it, you're so magnetic that any man who are embodying their electric masculine energy will naturally be attracted to you. He cannot help it. It's even on a subconscious level. So, for the beautiful women out there, you gotta understand your body. You gotta study the earth to understand your body, and you gotta go within and make peace with who you are, make peace with your physical avatar, because your physical body is just the avatar or the suit that hold your soul or your consciousness, the being that you are. And you can use your consciousness to manipulate the physical body. So if you don't look a certain way that you'd want to look, you can change how you look. Best believe me, you can change how you look, because the body reflects the mind. So when you change your mentality, you changes your body. The more you embody feminine energy, the more feminine your appearance tend to be. The more you fall due to trauma or bad relationships or all kind of stuff, the more you fall off embodying your feminine energy, the more out of sync and a slightly little masculine your body's gonna start to look. So you have to embody the consciousness that will give you the physical look that you desire. I've seen people transform their lives so many times. Guys who never have any physique, look flat, change his mindset and become ready mentally, because things don't happen until you're ready. You can't fool the creative essence of the universe. You have to be ready for it to come. Be it for it to become. Anyway, so when you are ready internally in your heart to make that change, you're ready for it, the change will appear. And then you'll start seeing the results. You don't even have to work as hard as you want to work in the gym or whatever it is. It just comes naturally because your consciousness, molds the avatar. It manipulates the avatar to get the results that you want. So it's just one thing to understand that when you embody the feminine energy, you embody the magnetic essence, that you can pull things to you naturally pull things to you. Now, as a woman, I was lucky to be raised by some beautiful women, man. Some very beautiful feminine women. Oh my God. It's a beautiful thing. My grandmother, who passed last year, Avis, that woman is a beautiful soul. You know, my mother, beautiful woman. My aunt who raised me as well, beautiful. Oh my God, beautiful woman. You know, Auntie Dell. You know, oh my God, pure. I've been blessed in my earlier life, you know, to be exposed to such beautiful souls, and you know, I have to definitely pay respect to them, you know, because a lot, and there's a lot. It's not just the few that I've listed. There's a lot. You know what I mean? Like Sharon, there's a whole lot. Auntie Winnell, there's a whole lot of beautiful, mystical women that I've been exposed to in my life that helped me to understand the feminine aspect of a man, you know, and helped me to understand the feminine on a deeper level because I observe. I've always been an observer. That's one of my greatest qualities. You know, I sit and I observe, and I just observe because that's how you learn. You know, observation. I remember a guy said when I just started working in the building industry, a guy who was high up in the building industry said, the most important thing in building is observation. And it's true, because when you observe and you retain, that's how it is. Now, so women, you basically embody the earth, you know, so the more time you spend in nature, it's better for you, you know. You got to learn, you got to spend a lot of time in the water, you know, so you find the ocean, lay in the ocean, walk, put your feet in the ocean. You know, you got to make time to breathe down into your ovaries, you know, to breathe, because oxygen is spirit. So you got to breathe in that spirit, which is energy, vital energy, and pull it down into your ovaries, and down into the reproductive areas to amplify and energize and vivify those organs and glands and all that kind of stuff, you know. So a very good technique a woman could use to pull more energy in her body and embody more of her feminine essences. You go to the ocean on a sunny day or a sunny morning or evening, and you take your shoes off or whatever. You stand in the water, on the sand in the water, so you're connected to the ground plus the water. And then you should hold your face up to the sunlight and breathe oxygen, which is spirit, and pull it down into your ovaries, and do that for like 10-15 minutes, and man, you pull out that spirit energy down into your reproductive area, and that will help you to amplify your feminine essence because you're connected to the 4 elements. You're getting sunlight, so you're connected to the fire element, and your feet is in the water, so you're water element, and then you're standing on the sand, earth, ground element, and you're breathing in the spirit. So the 4 elements, so you're taking the 4 elements into your body, and that purifies and amplifies your essence, you know. So that's one good technique to use to you know, to stand your ground, you know, to this video is a beautiful video. I can already feel it, man. You know, so do that at least. If you can't do it once a week, do it at least once or twice a month. It's a very important thing, and you will feel more grounded and more connected and more in tune and aligned whenever you do that, you know. So that's a good thing for the feminine, you know. That's something you got to do. And it's you all right, I'll take it a little bit deeper. Yeah, sex is a very powerful thing, you know. It's a very powerful thing. It can break you and it can make you. With ignorance, it causes destruction. With knowledge and wisdom, you know, it is very it adds value to your life. It's very beneficial, you know. Society don't teach you about the deeper levels to sex, sacred energy exchange, because whenever you're having sex with somebody, you're exchanging energy with the individual, and whatever consciousness / energy the individual embodies will determine the quality of energy that you'll be receiving. Because as a woman, you're magnetic. So if the man don't embody, refine higher levels of consciousness, and you open your portal, your legs, womb, to that individual, and then he pushes his erect anyway, then when you open your portal to a man who does not embody refined higher quality energy, you are absorbing whatever he embodies. If he's a very low vibration individual, and you absorb that low vibration energy, it can affect your reproductive cycle, it can affect your emotions, it can affect your mentality, and it can affect your physical body. So as a woman, you should not lay down with a guy who you wouldn't be. Meaning, when I say you wouldn't be, you a guy who you wouldn't adapt his qualities. You know, if does he have integrity? You know, is he a weak man? Does he have spine? Does he stand for something? What is he passionate about? What are his core values? You know, you got to spend time with the guy, get to know the guy, date the guy, see how he is in different environments or whatever before you decide to open your legs and allow him into your womb, into your portal. You know, because it's such a sacred space, and if you don't understand it's a very sacred space, you ruin yourself. You know, so get to know the individual, see what he stands about, look at how he eats, look at how he take care of himself, because that, listen to his thoughts, whatever he talk about, because his mind will tell you the type of energy that he embodies. You know, how he thinks will tell you the type of energy he embodies, and what he acts on will tell you the type of energy he embodies, because a man create based on who they are. So whatever he creates will tell you who he is. And if he is not an upright man, if he doesn't have integrity, if he hasn't done any work on himself to heal his own traumas or whatever, then you know the type of energy that you will be embodying. Don't just think about the physical pleasure aspects of sacred energy exchange, sex. You have to think about, you know, the quality of energy that you're receiving, and why do you want to intertwine your energy with this individual? What do you wish to accomplish sexually with this person? You have to think about these things. You think about their diet, their consciousness, and how they treat people, and how they respond to life overall before you open your leg. Because if the person is very depressed, battling with sexual transmitted disease, sexual transmitted demons, then you have to know that if you open your leg to such an individual and then he pulls your vibration down to match his, then there's a possibility of that demon being attached to you, or whatever he's dealing with being transferred to you. A lot of people don't know that. If you're having sex with an individual and then your energetic body merges with his energetic body, whatever he's dealing with, you're now dealing with. Because that thing is attached to you. You gotta understand. A lot of times, you know, if you don't know how to have sex properly, you might have sex with an individual and then he pulls your energetic body down, or she pulls your energetic body down. And when your energetic body align, whatever demon or whatever entity or whatever is going on with that individual now seeps into your reality. While if you maintain your vibration and don't allow yourself to get pulled down, whatever they're dealing with, you won't necessarily contract that. So you got to understand these things, you know, and man, it's so deep. It's a very deep thing, you know. This video, there's so much to say. I'm just trying to like just scramble everything in a little short video, you know, but it's so much to say. This is so deep, you know. It's so deep, because a woman is magnetic, you know. Like, for example, say the guy, her partner, whatever he's dealing with in life, whatever is going on for him in his work environment or in his life overall, whatever energy he embodies, she is the one who helps him to transmute that energy. So what happens is the guy bring that energy to her, that charged up energy, that pent up energy, and when he enters her, that energy now travels through her womb, travels right into her vagina, into her sacred space. Now she, because she's magnetic, she absorbs whatever emotion the guy is feeling, whatever his energy embodies, she now absorbs that, because you gotta think about the earth. The earth absorbs the sunlight and then swirl it around, spin it around, does its magic and creates something of value out of it. When a woman is not embodying her when a woman is not fully embodying her essence, whenever she take that energy and she swirl it around, she usually create chaos. Because she can't ground and she can magnetize the energy, but she cannot ground it and swirl it around to create harmony, because she herself is out of harmony. So when she's in alignment with herself and she's more harmonized, she can take that masculine energy, swirl it around, create babies, create a beautiful home, create a business, create whatever it is. And that thing will amplify and multiply, and then it will add back value to her and add back value to the man. That's how a divine woman operates. You know, I'm not talking about a woman who's out of alignment with herself. I'm talking about a woman who's in alignment with her feminine energy. She takes the masculine energy, goes out, it pioneers, it gathers, and it comes back full. And then he empties that energy or pour that energy into her. She absorbs, she magnetizes the energy, absorb it, amplifies it, multiplies it, swirl it around, and creates something of value for the family unit. Something of value for life, something of value for herself, and something of value for her partner. When her masculine partner see the value that's created from her in her feminine embodied state, he is more motivated and inspired to go out and gather more. So he goes out, he allows himself to be one with the sun, one with nature. He pulls that energy in, whether in material form or whatever form, and he brings that back to his household. And his woman takes that with her magnetic energy, and she amplifies it, make it more, multiplies it, swirl it around, do her mystical magic. Boom, create more things of value. Everybody and everything in that household will be of growth mode. You know, that's the true embodiment of the feminine essence. You know, it is a beautiful thing. And because a feminine woman don't wait on finding a masculine man before she starts being feminine, she's already embodying her essence. She's already cooking right. She's already eating right. She's already studying the earth, which means she's studying the herbs, you know, the plants, whatever. She already naturally embodies that. So she's naturally already magnetic. Everywhere she goes, guy will be like, all type of male, all type of masculine energy will be like, whoop, whoop. You can't help it. You naturally pull to her aura because she is literally embodying the earth, which means she's literally magnetizing you. You know what I mean? So a woman like that don't have to chase any man because she naturally has what pulls men in. No, she just have to, if she's embodying the energy and she's working on herself, she will have the proper intuition to know, to choose the higher quality masculine man over the corrupted, you know, unstabilized masculine man. And when she chooses or magnetizes the divine man, then they can create a divine home, which create divine babies, or just harmonic. You just create harmony within the environment, you know? So it's a very beautiful thing. You know, it's a very beautiful because nowadays you got these toxic female masking as divine female saying things like, when he shows up, I'll be feminine. Shut up. You already should be embodying your feminine state. You already should be studying the herbs. You already should be caring for your body, eating well. You already should be looking after yourself. You know, and when that man sees you, how can he not see the magnetism? It's already there. You know, and when he comes in your life, because you're naturally a healer, you're naturally the earth, so whatever you cook, whatever you do, he benefits from that. And because he's being benefited from that, because he's feeling the vitality within himself, because this woman is naturally on the energy of, and the frequency of caring and nurturing or whatever, he's going to feel nurtured. And the more nurtured he feels, the more he's going to go out into the world and be his best self. You know, be young, take on that, pull that, absorb from the sun, absorb from the cosmos, and bring that abundance back to be magnetized and multiply and amplified. Bam! You know, so when I hear them talking, I'm just like, oh, yuck. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, on a deeper level, that's the beauty of the divine feminine. Now, I'm going to swirl it around a little bit and help my feminine out there who kind of have a little bit of struggling with embodying their feminine energy because they just don't know, they just don't have the awareness, you know? So I'll try my very best. Like I said, I'm not a woman, so don't expect me to give you like 100% complete whatever. I'm just giving you what I know based on my own experience being around women from a little boy growing up. You know, all of the wisdom I've gathered through my observation and the wisdom passed down through my grandparents and so on to me. So, you know, and those are the beautiful women in my life growing up, the ones who raised me. You know, because I was so lucky to be raised by so many beautiful, mystical, pure women. I got to say that over and over again because it is real, you know. Hey, as a woman, society won't gear you with the right knowledge or wisdom to take on life. So you have a lot of predatory men out there who sees your purity, and because they are tainted with so much filth, they want to come and replenish themselves within you. So as a divine woman, you got to understand that it's your duty to protect your portal, to protect your sacred space, to protect your kingdom. You know, most men, they will see the purity within you and want to enter you so they can purify themselves. Because remember, whatever you embody, you know, when they plug into you, they actually become one with that. And whatever difficulty or whatever energy that they've been dealing with, you're going to pull that out of them. You know, so a lot of men see young, beautiful women in their prime, pure, and they go and infect them with their sexual transmitted disease, sexual transmitted demon, chaotic emotional energy, unprocessed emotional energy, because most men don't even process their emotions. You know, because men shouldn't have any emotions. And then when they enter you, you feel all of that traumatic discard, you know? So be careful with who you open your womb to, your portal to. Don't just absorb any energy. Protect your sacred space, because that adds to your value. You gotta understand that, you know, and you gotta use your intuition. You gotta, like I said, observe, you know, get to know the individual before you let him in, because most men just want to replenish and purify themselves within you, because you naturally have what does that. But after they enter you, you are left with that chaotic energy. And that's how it ruin your beauty and ruin you and take you off your path. You know, and if you don't know how to cleanse yourself, it's very difficult for you to release those negative trapped emotions that he was feeling, or those sexual transmitted disease or demon that he was dealing with. You know, you have to learn transmutation to transmute that energy that he left onto you, and then purify that from your body through a few techniques, you know, through dieting, through breath work, which is breathing in the spirit. Because as the spirit enters the body, the vibration raises. And when the vibration raises, any disease, virus, or demon can't stay in that environment. They have to go. And that's how you can break a certain sexual transmitted disease, or you can flush a certain demon out of your system. Because whether you want to accept it or not, they are entities, non-physical. The human being can only see 3.003% of visible light. So there are beings and entities always around us. We can't see them because we can only see 3%. As you elevate your consciousness, you can see 4, 5, 6, 7, 8%. So the higher your consciousness goes, the more you can see on a metaphysical level. The more you can see on a metaphysical level, you can sense and see entities. And you know when they're attached to people, because you can literally see them. But most people with a lower vibration, they'll never see that, and they'll never understand that, because they don't know that your eyes improve with your consciousness. And you don't really see with these tools. You see with the inner eye, the middle eye, the inner eye. These are the sensors. The real eye that does the seeing is the inner eye, which is connected. Anyway, yeah. Boom. So, you know, don't just let any man in your space. You protect yourself. You know that what you have it's a value. You know, and if you can identify the value, other people will identify the value too. You know, and when you know that you have value, you're gonna move different. You can't know that you have value. You can't know that you can't realize that you're moving up in society, and you still want to stay in the ghettos. Because if you are making bread and you decide to stay in the ghetto, what do you think is going to happen? You think the people in the ghetto are going to look at you like, oh, I respect him so much, I won't take his bread. No, somebody in the ghetto is in survival mode. And when people in survival mode, they don't have integrity. And when people don't have integrity, they're going to run in and take what you have, take your life. So you got to put yourself in an environment that are in alignment with you. You can't rise out of the ghetto but still wants to live in the ghetto. It's a dumb thing, because somebody's going to eat your food. Because like I said, when people in survival mode, they don't have any morals and they don't have integrity. Because the part of the brain that allows you to see in a moral point of view, they're not accessing that part. The part of the brain which is responsible for higher consciousness, they're not accessing that part of the brain. They're in the reptilian part of the brain, the fight, flight, fornicate, whatever. That's the part of the brain that they embody in survival mode. Society knows this. That's why society socially structure. That's why society, that's why I have some social engineering and where they socialize. Man, I don't want to stray from the topic, but um know your value, because when you know your value, you know how to move in this world as a woman. When you know your value, you know how to move in this world. And when you move different, you become a match to different. You gotta know that. If you're dealing with a man, I don't want to break up anyone's relationship, man. I just want to share wisdom, yeah? If you're dealing with a man and every time you want that individual get down to it, your cycle is all over the place. should I get this? Oh, I gotta be careful what I say. If you deal with a man and your cycle is all over the place, it's either two things. One, that individual probably is not faithful, you know, and or that individual is not dealing with the emotional baggage that he needs to deal with, you know. There's one more, but I'll leave that out of this video. Maybe later on in another video I'll put that in. But he's probably not faithful because once he slept with somebody else and he have another person's aura in his energetic field, another person's energy in his energy, and then he comes and give you that, you can feel the discard between the three energies. You know, and then when you absorb that energy, it have your cycles all over the place. All over the place. You know, you have the worst. Man, I should, you know, I don't want to get too deep, you know, because next thing you got people, you know, blaming me for their relationships falling apart. And I don't want to be bad. You know, your cycle is all over the place because your energetic body is dealing with too much. Because remember, you purifies and you magnetize whatever is going on for him and you purify that. So your body is trying to purify all that chaotic energy within you. You know, it makes you excessively moody, you know, more than normal, you know what I mean? So you got to have the wisdom to understand that. Or if he's dealing with the emotional baggages that and then you can say to him that, hey, you know, you need to process your emotions. You know, let's create a day when we process each other's emotions. That's a safer way of doing it because, you know, some people, they don't like to be told what to do. They don't like when you tell them what to do. They get, you know. So a safer way to say, hey, I have this idea. You know, let's use one day out of the week to process our emotions. We can do a little meditate. We can get into meditation. We can do breath work. We can do whatever. We can think about, have a recap throughout the week or the day or whatever, and what bothers you and why it bothers you. Or we can have that discussion so it can benefit our relationship on a healthy level. That's one thing. That's one way of dealing with that, you know. But it's good to understand those things. And also when you're in a relationship with an individual and their pheromones keep changing, they don't smell the same way. When they don't smell the same way, you know that there's a possibility that another person's energy is in their body, which changes their pheromones. Everybody know your partner's natural smell. When your partner don't have that natural smell, you have to like wonder, hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, man? You know, you have to have that talk. Because you know, that's another way how a woman can decode if a man is being faithful or not. Because he comes around with different pheromone. Because whoever you sleep with, you tend to absorb their essence. You know, you tend to absorb their essence. That's why you got a lot of women out here who are vampires, because they have sex just to pull men's essence into themselves. Because they don't have no natural embodiment within them. And they are the ones who can't have a faithful relationship because they're jumping from men to men to men to men because they're stealing essence from essence to essence to essence. But they also don't realize that you can steal some very chaotic essence and it can even ruin you even way more, which takes you further away from embodying your true essence. So you gotta be careful. A lot of sexual vampires are out there in the street. Men know that, you know, because you know when you're having sex with a woman who is divine from a woman who just wants to steal your essence. You know, you're not stupid. You know. You know, and there are a lot of women out there like that because they themselves are so far from their own essence that all they can think about is stealing somebody else's essence just to feel that presence because they're not naturally feeling and embodying that. You know, and it's like when you smoke or whatever, you get that first high. You're constantly just after that high again, that high everywhere you go, you're just searching for it. It's the same way a woman who lost connection to her essence, she don't start going through every man just to find back that feeling, just to get back that, you know. Hey, 35 minutes. Damn, this video is long and I haven't even touched it. I haven't even shared 10% of wisdom. It's crazy. You know, so you got to really and genuinely and truly, you know, work on protecting yourself, protecting your sacred space. Be very mindful of who you let in, because who you let in can ruin you for 10 years, 20 years, 30. You can never even bounce back based on the level that the individual embodies. And there's even deeper levels to it because all humans are not the same. Remember, we have bodies, physical bodies that only house our spirit, or house our soul, or our being. So you got different beings, and even though it's the same physical body, you have different type of beings. You know, you got what people would consider to be soulless beings, and then you have soulful beings. If you open up your portal to a soulless vessel, then that can be very chaotic for you, my friend. Believe me, that can be very chaotic for you. You don't want to take that path. So it's very good for you to practice discernment and know who you want to let in your space, who's worthy of the drill. You know, you got to do those things. It's very important. And so you gotta diet right, eat right. You know, you gotta make time in nature because you are nature. You are Mother Earth. So you gotta make time to attune to Earth. The more you attune to Earth, the more Earth attune you with your feminine. Never forget that. That's why the palms of your hands, they have a different color compared to the rest of your body, and the soles of your feet. Because when you stand bare feet on the earth is literally sending electrons through you. And whatever chaotic energy you have in your body, the earth pull that from you. You know, so that's why you got to attune to the earth to embody your full essence. You got to understand that people who live in the city, who wear rubber shoes 24/7, isolated from the earth for years, you know, haven't touched the ocean in years, a lot of them don't even know how to embody their essence because they're not living in alignment with nature or with the earth. And if you are a woman and you're not living in alignment with the earth, what do you expect? You can't go around blaming men. You're not doing what you need to do. You know what I mean? You're not living in alignment with the earth, so what do you expect? You know, and if you're a man and you're not living in alignment with the sun and the earth, if you're not living with the alignment with the sun and the earth, what do you expect? You got to get sunlight. You got to get biophoton energy. You got to eat sun food. You gotta eat food above the ground, which is sun food, like mangoes, papayas, you know, watermelon, all that kind of stuff. And then when you wanna ground the energy, you eat food below the earth. Potatoes, yams, you know, you got to understand. You know, you literally got to. And then you got to breathe in the prana, breathe in the spirit. And then you got to touch the water, wash your body in that water with the salts, the minerals, the vitamins. Hey, you can't run into the supermarket and grab a pack of chips and then feel like, yo, I'm a big bad alpha, yo, beat up that, boom, boom, boom. You don't have a use, brother. What you feel like? Anyway, cut this video short and I'll do part 2.